Welcome, friends. Last Scarf here, and it's time for the vlog. So it's a Comic-Con vlog, and it's going to be a big mess behind me eventually. I'm going to go through all 5 days of Comic-Con. So that's the best way to do it. Wednesday is preview night. From 6 to 9, you get to just check out things and buy merch already right from the start. And it's the best day, honestly, to obviously scope the place. There are some giveaways already just for that first start, and just doing things you can try out. Now, I'm going to send Jinx pictures for some of these relevant things. Not everything, just some things. Anything that I'm not able to just show right now. Those are things that are on my phone. I'll have Jinx show my outfits every day I wore, what I wore. And the first night, I bought $500 worth of Kirby merch. And I bought a book. And I bought t-shirts for me and my sister. And I played Street Fighter 6 for an hour. So first Street Fighter 6. So Street Fighter 6 feels a little floatier, it feels weird. You got to play Luke, Jamie, Chun-Li, and Ryu. Luke and Jamie are new characters. Jamie's like a drunken boxer who's very cocky. Luke is also cocky, but in a different way, and he's like a mixed fighter who's got some like Ryu stuff, but also got grabs and things like that. I feel like he's like an MMA character or something, but he's got like a Shoryuken and a ranged attack and things like that. And you got Ryu and Chun-Li. Ryu very much is what he's been since 3, and Chun-Li's been what she's been since I'd say 4. And the new things that got added, from what I can remember between 5 and now 6, is there's a super armor attack on every character, and now you can just hold for parry. There's no teching, you just hold buttons for parry, and then they also set up kind of like a Tatsunoko versus Capcom fighting scheme, which is like a 3-button scheme, which is actually kind of more, you can also make that familiar with Dragon Ball FighterZ, that's also similar, where it's a 3-button scheme instead of the 6-button scheme. They've added that. There's also a commentator mode, which was annoying to listen to while playing. I'm turning that off immediately when I buy the game. The game itself felt a little floaty, but once you got into it, you knew what you were doing. Looks like you only have 2 specials. You've got, so for Ryu, it was Shinku Hadouken, and then it was, of course, what I forget what it's called for the Shoryuken. So that's what he had, and it looks fun. So everyone gets a cutscene special. So for him, it's the Shoryuken. Like, he gets that really in there, which is fun to see. Chun-Li's was cool to see, too. Hers is the big power burst in front of her, and then it's her cutscene one. Jamie has a fun one where he's taunting his opponent, and it's a really fun one. And then Luke's is just beating you up. Actually, I think Luke had 3, so there might be 3 specials, and I wasn't able to get one of them to get pulled off. Because I think Luke had 3 when I think about it. Of course, the ones I saw was like 2 meter and 1 meter, and 3 meter. Like, Jamie's cutscene one was a 2 meter, while his special was a... Actually, I think his one special might have been 2 meter too, while Ryu's was a 3 meter and a 1 meter. But the thing was, there's a rock, paper, scissors going on here, where both heavies give you a super armor attack, which, okay, and then both mediums, give you just tech. Permanent parrying. Just hold it and you parry everything. Every attack gets parried. I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Because I like teching in 3, where you just go forward, 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 forward. Like forward, down, just to block all the different things. With teching, well, that's not in here. Instead, it's just hold the buttons. I thought it was timing at first. Then I realized, no, I can just hold it. And then grabs. So it's a rock, paper, scissors going on here, where grabs, of course, gets through the teching. And then the teching blocks the super armor. And then super armor, of course, will hurt you if you try to go for a grab. And super armor in general is just really good for setting things up, because you hit someone with a super armor attack, they're going to be paused for a moment, and it lets you do whatever you want, like a combo. So I don't know how I feel about that stuff. They got rid of 5's no comeback mechanic, that's not in there. Doing super armor uses up shield gauge, and I can't remember what if parries up shield gauge. So that was interesting to do, and I can't wait to play 6 when it comes out, and I hope they'd make some changes, because I'd rather be pressed attack than to just hold attack, because then it's just, that's way too easy. But in a way, it's a way to deal with button mashers. It makes people be more methodical about how they play, so I like that at least. And I was playing with dudes who were very... so I was playing with a lot of different people. Anyone who was really competitive, I made sure to just bring it and just rocked them. Anyone who was just not really a casual player, I kept it close, and then eventually won or eventually lost, keeping it close. And with the children, I lost every round. I was just teaching the kids how to play. Like, I was teaching them how to do grabs, teaching them how to parry, I was teaching them how to do the super armors. So they would spam those, and I would just let them land sometimes. And the only thing I couldn't teach is like how to do specials. Like you got to do the quarter circle twice for the Shinko Hadouken. How am I gonna teach a kid that? I'm not really sure. Which is why the other mode is the other style is probably better for them. But I was just teaching kids how to play the game because there's a point when it was just parents want to play, but also their kids are with them. And there's a moment where the parents are like, "Oh, we'll just let the kids play over here," and then the kids just kept playing against me. I'm like, "Well, sure. I like to teach. I'm a kids person, so I will teach these kids how to play Street Fighter. Since I'm here, I can just try things out and then let the kids eventually beat me, and that's why I was experimenting and then just fighting them and things like that. Having fun with that, just having fun with people in general. And now I will show you things I bought. First thing I'm going to show you is a book, and then we'll deal with the Kirby's. So I bought... It's upside down. I bought this. This is Third Act of Drive. This is a webcomic that's really, really, really good. It's a space opera comedy, and it's so good. It's really good. Bought that for $55. Oh, for those who are fans who might know, like Jinx. They gave me these because I'm a longtime fan. That was cool. Magnets. And I drew the Emperor. There you go, right there. Nice. I have Nosh, and I think Skeeter on the other books. Now for the Kirby's. I've been told these might be bootleg, but I don't know. I'll have to confirm and figure that out later from people who are big fans of Kirby merch. Because some of these are like sold out or just rarer. And what are the chances of this one place having them, right? That's the idea. But if they're at least good, I don't care as much. Son of a bee. Oh, there we go. I don't care as much. They still get a home with me. But I did spend like $500 on these Kirby's. I have to put in the work researching and seeing how much these things are worth and how much importing would cost to see whether or not it was worth it or not. Because importing's the thing, like, of course, they got to make money, so they're going to be charged more than normal. But if the importing is more than that charge they made, then in the end, I save money at the end of the day. So let me show you these Kirby's. I got the Strawberry Kirby, which I have seen many places sell these. So this Strawberry Kirby, just give you strawberry. There you go. This sold out very quick. There he is. I got the Chef Kirby from the cafe. And knowing the tag, like I've seen this tag on multiple Kirby's I own, so this looks more real to me. Here you go, Chef Kirby. I'll ask a question, how many did I buy? So that's 2. Dreamy Gear Kirby, there's 3. He's all wrinkly from being packed up. So, oh, by the way, I bought so many Kirby's, so they were put in multiple bags, and then the bags were zip tied together. That's what happened there. So here's number 3. So, Dreamy Gear. Alright. And then another one, instead of strawberry, it's the heart. There were 2 more. It was a different color heart. And, oh no, it's just 3. 2 different color hearts, and then the strawberry. I got 2 of them. I'm like, I'm not going to get all the heart ones. It's just difference in color. So there you go. Now, if I was a completionist, I would own them all. And it's fuzzy again, crap, because it's trying to focus on different things. There we go. So here's Cleaner Kirby, which this one might be a knockoff, just because it's this. I think the regular one has the actual broom. So, uh-oh. But there you go. That's Cleaner Kirby. Then you've got the little, the chef assistant Waddle Dee. Then again, these are like ones you hang up on things, so there might just be a different one from the one I'm thinking of. So, 5 Kirby's, 1 Waddle Dee. Ice Kirby! Dr. Kirby. Oh yeah. 7 Kirby's. Another Chef Kirby, because come on now. 8. Ninja Kirby, 9. Spider Kirby, 10. Look at him. Amen. And Staff Kirby, there's a staff on the back. Staff Kirby, 11. So that is 11 Kirby's and 1 Waddle Dee. I also bought shirts from Topatoko, and I will show you the shirt that I don't have on me because my sister has it. So this is what I got my sister. Yeah, there you go. I got my sister this shirt, Know Your Corgi Shapes, because they were sold out before the pandemic. So now she got that one. There we go. Close that. All right, so now, here's the other shirts I got. So I got the shirt before. You might have seen me in it, which is Just for the Job You Want. I had a chlorine accident that destroyed this shirt. Well, I still wear it sometimes. You've maybe seen it on streams. It's bleached out. I still wear it just because I still own it. I'm going to wear it at home, just not outside. So I bought a new one of it. And then I bought, of course, this one sold out so fast last year and sold out again, I think, this year. This is fine. That shirt, I bought that because, of course, I'm going to buy that. So I bought those things. So that's everything I bought Wednesday. That is $600 worth of stuff. $650 worth of stuff right there. Dear God. Oh, other things to show are the bags. So, bag that I got Wednesday night is a DC bag. There's multiple versions of this bag. Here's the inside. And one other thing. Oh, this. The Kirby bag. So, if you're a vendor, try to get your hands on these. Because at least 30 people asked me during the con, where can I get that? I told them the same thing every time. Amazon! Same thing with a hat. Where can I get this? Same thing I told everyone. Amazon! I got both these on Amazon. Actually, I got this one on an Asian store, but the extra I got, that's the same hat, on Amazon. Eventually, Amazon got some. So, Amazon! What's inside them? Gatorade. Water. Random things I got and just gathered, and I'll show you them. I'll show you one of them right now. It's a ribbon. That's for Dragon Ball. I'll show you more of that later on the day I actually got those. And then candies. So I got cappuccino candy, coffee candy, and other things. Oh, I better take that out. I have an orange in here. I carried bananas in my other pocket because I have like a hammer pocket because it's carpenter pants. And was not able to have it happen. I was close. I forgot about it. I was going to do this, and I'll explain what this is about in a bit. So put this away. So Wednesday was very fun. Like I went to work, and then I went to that. Oh, by the way, so over 5 days of Comic-Con, 40 miles. I walked 40 miles in 5 days. That's 8+ miles a day. Jesus. Or 8-ish miles a day. That's a better way to put it. Not plus, but 8-ish. So that's Wednesday. So Thursday morning, I got to send Jinx a picture of this. What I ate? A crap ton of food. I ate for an hour. I ate like an omelet, a bunch of bacon, sausage, potatoes, had milk, had orange juice, and I had 2 French toasts with syrup and milk and all that. I ate all that stuff in an hour to prepare for the day because I'm like, okay. What I've learned from working out is after you work out, there is, some people believe, some people don't, a thing called golden time, which is this is when you should consume things so that your body will use it to build back your muscles. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be walking a crap ton, so I should probably have a good meal. So I ate all that stuff, pounded all that stuff in, and then I walked out to go to Nintendo's Warp Pipe Tour. So a week before at 10 a.m., had to sign up. Signed up at 10, and by 10:01, it was already sold out. I got 11 a.m. Despite that, it was so packed and everything. They were so backed up just from early people coming in and everything that I had to wait until 12 despite coming in at 11 for my time. So that was interesting. And there I met a boy from Florida who came to California for Comic-Con. Didn't have a badge. Didn't have a pass. Just came. He wanted to experience everything he could. And things fuzzy again for some reason. We're gonna leave it fuzzy for now. No, I'll just use my hand. Whatever. But anyway, so it's because I moved my hand. So he came and then we just talked for like an hour. His favorite character is Mario. Mine's Kirby. So we're just talking about like Mario stuff and Kirby stuff, and it's all fun and everything. And then, I took pictures, so I gotta send Jinx pictures. I did the warp pipe tour, and since they do it in groups of four, it was me. I was teamed up with him and this father daughter this whole time, like a 3-year-old little girl. So we did Mario Strikers first, and so it was 3v4 because obviously she was not really caring. She just was holding the controller for the most part and just looking and pushing buttons like so. And so we still won, but Mario Strikers is more fun than I realized it was going to be. So I bought it, and I'll be playing it at some point soon. Like, I got it digital. It was sold out at Walmart and at Target. It was sold out everywhere. I bought Live a Live, by the way, right now when I got home. So I have that. But so Mario Strikers, I got sold on it. It was fun to play it. It was really fun to play it. And just all the characters are fun. And now Daisy's back now, and Shy Guy's in it. And the Toads are cute. So I can't wait to play more of that. And I'll stream playing that for sure. So that was fun. That was the first one. Then we got to do Wii Sports. I keep calling it that. I don't know what the hell it's called now. Switch Sports? Just Sports? I don't know. We got to play that. And we did bowling. And the bowling's different where everyone can play simultaneously now. So you could do 4-player. So 4-player bowling. So everyone just gets a column. And this, of course, works because they have a giant screen. And you just roll the ball, of course. And it was fun playing that. And let's see here. After that, also you could put in your QR code for your thing, and you'd get 100 platinum points. I racked up. Let's see, because I wasn't able to go warp pipe every day, and I didn't know about it until Thursday. So I could have done it Wednesday. I racked up 100, 200 the first day. I racked up about 500, 600 points, which is great because the Kirby bag's back on the thing, so I can use that for the Kirby bag with the platinum points. Oh my god, this thing just keeps losing focus. Alright, so... And then it was Kirby the Forgotten Land. I'm like, alright, I've played this. Florida guy has not played it, so I'm like, okay, you get to be Bandana D. You get to be Kirby while I'll be Bandana D, so you can see why Kirby's so fun. And Bandana D, of course, is fun, and it was great to see how the game works when you play co-op, considering I had to play it alone when I did the LP. I have been tempted to do a co-op LP. Not 100% run, but just co-op LP of the game. But I would watch that. Like, co-op solo. I think it'd be funny, but no one would watch it. It'd be funny, though. And then I took pictures with me and Kirby and things like that. They had like a little Kirby there, and I took pictures with that, and I put that on Twitter. And then we got a grab bag we got to give away. Here's what's in there. Not a lot, but... And it's going to make some noise, because it's a rusty bag. Here's the bag. Bam! Yes. Inside... So we got this thing telling you about the platinum points. And you got an activity book. So inside the activity book is like a little... This is like something for the kids. Like a little maze book. Just things to do. And then like drawing, like coloring in, things like that. So it's very cute. Definitely something for the kiddies. Also, outside you could play Mario Kart with random strangers. And not a very good player at Mario Kart. And also inside this bag was this. So everyone got a different figure. I got Boo. So I don't know what this is worth, but I got a Boo. And considering what you could have gotten, yeah, I'll go with Boo. Yeah, I'll go with Boo. Like, these are all interesting choices of what you could have gotten, but Boo's great. Boo's great. Hope that kid got Mario. I say kid, like he was at least like 19. But still, I'm like, what? I'm almost twice his age, so I get to say kid. So I walked back to Comic-Con with him, and I was just telling him all the things about Comic-Con, like things over the years, all these different things, just being a tour guide, basically. And I was working the con anyway, so I was being an ambassador. So I was just telling him all these things about the con and all these, and just stuff and things in the past, and how the Marriott would have like a whole Nintendo room, but the Nintendo did this thing over here instead. And all these other gaming things and all the free things he could do outside. Because there was a Game of Thrones thing across the street from Convention Center. There was what we were doing, which was a free option. You didn't get a badge for that. And then there was like a pinball room where you could play games. And there were some other places where you could play games for free. Don't need a badge for that. There were a lot of options for that. And I told him all the options I could think of. So he can go check those things out. And then I told him, because I was working the con, if you work for the convention, if you work a con, you are given codes so that you can give people a chance to buy a badge. And so I gave him one of those codes so he could go inside and experience Comic-Con. And that's what he did. And I got to see all of his pictures on Instagram. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy he had a fun time. And then the rest of his time at Comic-Con, he spent it going to like museums and seeing all the other sites. Because San Diego has a lot of stuff you can do. Not just the con, but in general, it can be a touristy place if you want it to be. There's a lot of stuff to do in San Diego. It's crazy. And with way less traffic than LA. And then after that, went inside, did a bunch of stuff inside, checked out a lot of things, a lot of fun stuff in there. I was like, okay, every day I'm going to do a group. So I did like the first fourth of the convention center. I just did all of that stuff. Just everything in that area, meticulously looking at everything, taking pictures of everything. That's what I did on Thursday. And the Funko Pop area was in the first section that I went through. And my honest opinion is I don't care about Funko Pops. I think they're lame. But I try not to be like, ew, cringe about it. Like, this is what you like, this is what you like. But I think they're lame. Despite that, I keep getting Funko Pop prizes. And I did win something from Square. I just remember that. I won something from Square that day. And I'll find it in a second. But here's all the random things I got. Viz was there, and they were giving out different giveaways, and they were doing pictures, and I took a picture in the Naruto Bowl. And I'm just going to pull out random things that I was given, and we'll see where they were. But during the day, I did all these things. So let's see. Here's posters from Viz. Bleach is coming back. Like, look, I love Bleach, but it petered the hell out. It really did. And the anime really killed it, because they were doing so much filler, I just didn't care. They were worse than Naruto when it came to filler. And then here's something called Fangirl. I am not sure what this is, but it's something that Viz is selling. And you could get, look, again, if you're a fan of this, great. But I thought it was dumb, was they were selling these Naruto hoodies with Zion, which I assume it's Zion Williams, the basketball player, on the back of it as a Naruto character. And I just did not care, but there were big lines for that. I'm like, okay, it's a basketball player who likes Naruto, whatever. But if you're a fan of that, you're a fan of that. Because I don't want to be a jerk about it. I really don't want to be a jerk about it. I just thought it was dumb. You got this Chainsaw Man, basically the hand finger thing, but it's this thing, Pachita. I keep meaning to read it. I know the anime is almost out, so we'll see the anime soon. I think in a year or so? I can't remember. Or it's this year. I don't remember. The anime is coming. I know a lot of people are really big on the manga. Keep meaning to read it. All I know is don't be attached to characters. That's all I know about it. So I'm guessing people die. And then, going through, so there were 5 Dragon Ball booths, so they give you this, so the first issue of Super and the first issue of Dragon Ball, double check that's what these are, and this is the first one, so this is the first chapter of Dragon Ball original, which can't get a good shot of that at all because of the glare, or the lighting, and then this is just the end, when the Spirit Bomb Boo, what the heck, alright, interesting choices there. Oh, no, I'm stupid. This is them summarizing the end of Z so that they can go into Super. That's what this is. Because, yeah, they kill Boo at the end, so they're talking about it there. And then he goes, and then Super. Okay. What did I do Thursday? Friday? Okay. Showing the giveaways. So, other giveaway things, lots of figures. So here's for the movie, Gamma 1, Gamma 2. And for some reason, there's Turles. I don't think he's in the movie. There's Turles figures. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, Naruto, you get this for taking a picture of the Naruto Bowl. I don't have to jinx the picture for the picture. Actually, no, it was a lame picture. Yeah. And you also get a Bleach pin. So I got this for the 20th anniversary. I think I got 2 of those. I got another one a different day. And then it was Dragon Ball The Breakers. Oh, God, there's a beta in August. And I got signed up for it. Let me just put this here really quick. This camera just keeps focusing. So here is a picture you take for The Breakers. So just me on the thing. Not the best picture I could have taken, but it's the picture I took. And then you get a keychain. Tien. And then I also got that on Saturday as well. I'll just tell you ahead of time. I took another picture. Got Tien again. Like, alright, I got Tien again. I swear to God, I've got Tien 3 times. I didn't do it on Sunday. I did Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But not Sunday, because they were running out of things. What else is in here? Yeah, so they did a thing to take pictures for The Breakers. I'm really interested in that, and there's going to be a beta for it in August, and I signed up for it through that booth. Oh, yeah, these. So this is for the movie again. buttons. I got 2 of them because did I give you one? No, so I got another one. And got to take a picture with Piccolo and his house, which was cool. And so when that happened, show this now. A guy's like, I need to give you something, and he gave me this because I'm a Kirby fan. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's pretty dang cool. And I like how I learned that this thing is actually worth $12 just because label on the back. They were selling them for 15 at Comic-Con, and I bought those, and I bought one. So because of this guy's goodwill, I bought this with the plans of giving this to a Kirby fan. Problem was, I did not find a Kirby fan. I was the only Kirby I could find. It was ridiculous. I was told later that my sister kept going up to these other people from behind because they had Kirby hats, thinking it was me. Or at least she'd see the top of the hat. She's like, okay, it's a Kirby hat. Go see, and it's not me. So there were a couple other people. Never ran into them, though. Because if I did, they would own this one. So now I own it. But I was like, my whole thought was goodwill. Someone gave me something, I will give someone a thing, then everyone just gives everyone a thing. It's like Wacko's Wish. And so that was my plan, but I was never able to give this away, so I'm sad about that. But yeah, so that was my plan. This is from N-Sky, which they get the licensed Kirby stuff. And they also sell puzzles, so I bought this from N-Sky. Oh, and what's cool is they told me next month they're going to do a 1,000-piece puzzle of the Kirby 30th anniversary image, the Pink Puffy Power one, the one where it's like all 30 of them running together. That image is going to get a puzzle, and I'm totally buying that. There's no way I'm not buying that. Oh, more Dragon Ball. Like, this is like toys. Not toys, but figures and things like that. Toys. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so went to Good Smile, did their survey, and they had Kirby there. But I thought it was the 30th anniversary at first, so I got super hyped. But no, it's just regular Kirby. I already have that one. And then I went to this place called Shumi, and they had different cute things. And they gave me a sticker, and I bought this from them. I bought this. This Shumi brand, or Shumi and Smelly Panda, nice smelling thing. So I went there because it smelled nice. I'm like, oh, something smells nice. So I went over and like, oh, it's this thing. Okay, I'll buy one. Why not? And the last thing was I got this pin at one of the toy places for He-Man. So they had like a lot of Lego stuff, and it was pretty cool and everything. And oh, one last thing was I won this from Square Enix. So they're doing raffles at Square Enix every day. I won this Octopath Traveler, Champ of the Continent. It's dice because the game's coming out. Oh my god, in 2 days. It's coming out on the 27th. So now you know when I recorded this. So Octopath, and it's dice. So it's $15. These dice are apparently. So it's like $5 a dice plus the bag. So that's everything for Thursday that I got. And I walked around, talked to random people, was very friendly with people, and just did whatever else that doesn't count all these things. Oh, took pictures, and I also learned, talking to Square Enix people, there's a Dragon Quest Tactics game which has a complete story, so I'm like, oh, I'm downloading that, I'll play that. There's also another Tactics Final Fantasy game that has a complete story. I'm like, okay. Like, luckily, Square Enix has people who actually play their games, and they're like, yeah, the story's complete. I'm like, alright, no, I'm gonna freaking play this. Because what I hate about phone games are, eventually, get to a point where there's just no more story because they didn't finish it, and then they never finish it. Certain games, you just never finish the story. I'm looking at you, freaking Frontline, Girls Frontline, and there's a bunch of games that I used to play that I deleted because they just never finished the story. I was really fed up with waiting after years of playing them. And apparently these games have complete stories, and then they do like the next story eventually. And I'm like, okay, now I'm interested in that. What else? So that was Thursday. All these things are Thursday? Yeah, all these things are Thursday. This is the Thursday bag. Alright, so Friday, before that, Thursday. Thursday I also met some pretty cool people like a Chun-Li who was really nice and her husband. And just talking about Street Fighter stuff. And I did a Lego run thing where they had a giant Lego Bowser chasing you, and I did a run with that, and that was funny. That was interesting. And I also got more platinum points. So now Friday, this stuff. Let's see, what did I get on Friday? So Friday was doing another section, going back to Biz, getting free things from Biz every now and then. Because they kept doing giveaways. And here's what Biz was giving out poster-wise. A cock's gotta do what a cock's gotta do. So there's a cockfighting manga. I don't know. Like, I might read it, but I'm like, cockfighting's pretty messed up, so I don't know. Here's the back of it. Doesn't give a cluck. I swear to God, this is Kirby level advertising here. So it's called Rooster Fighter. So I don't know if it's literally a manga about a rooster or if it's an isekai guy who became a rooster. I don't know. All I know is cockfighting's messed up. So I don't know if I want to read that, but I'm sure people are like, what the hell, they want to check it out. And here's this Naruto poster. Naruto with himself. So there's that. That's nice. And that was from Biz. Oh, before the pandemic, they had one where you could take a picture with Sailor Moon when she's in her like powered up white form, which was pretty cool. Then you get the Gohan hair for the Super movie. Oh yeah, so there was a line for like this wheel to win things, and I won the big prize of Funko Pops, but I got no clue what the hell this is. So I won Funko Pops. Letterkenny, no clue. So this is the thing about Funko. Funko is able to just, as they get licenses, they're able to just have like everything. So people are able to go like Ready Player One's like, oh hey, that's a character I like. That's what they're able to do. Car. So it's kind of genius where you can just have everything people might like represented in doll form so they can own them. But they just, I don't like the look. These Funkos look so boring. That's my problem. Again, if you like it, like, I don't want to be an a-hole. I really don't. Like, if you like what you like, you're not hurting anyone having Funkos. So I just think it's lame, but if you like it, you like it. I just sound like an asshole, don't I? So here we go. Here's the manga sampler, and the cockfighter's in here. So I guess I can read the first chapter here. Also, they have Yoshihime. Yoshihime? Whatever it is. The daughter of, or the kids, I don't know, Sesshomaru and whatever from Inuyasha. So, like, his kids are the protagonists now, or no, his kid's the main protagonist, but there's also the other protagonists. Because I assume Inuyasha's kid's in here, and whatever their name is, kid's in here, and yeah, and oh, I just saw the cock. Where is it? I was just looking through here. Well, I saw the cock somewhere in here, and so these are the Viz. Okay, yeah, Yashihime, not Yoshi, Princess Half Demon, and then there's all these other things. Oh, right. So I started collecting the ribbons at this point, so I can pull out those ribbons soon. I'll pull those out. I'm gonna have to get up and get those, but because they're not in this bag. I just realized that. There's a set in one place. There might be a set inside Kirby. I gotta double check that. There is a set inside Kirby, so I got that in a second. But so Friday, I went down to the Dragon Ball booth, which was outside behind the Marriott on the dock side. I went out there at some point. They had a giant monkey. Just gigantic Ozaru Vegeta, which was really cool to see. Then they had figures of all. Then they had like the Ginyu Force, so you could pose with them if you want. I didn't do that. But you could pose with them. A lot of things you could pose with. I didn't want to do any posings because it was effing 100 out there, and I was in a leather jacket, which was a mistake. And I just, like, I'm going to be here, take all these pictures, let me get the hell out. Lots of figures to look at, a lot of cards. You could play Dragon Ball Kakarot. You can play Fighter Z, and a couple other games, and also the card games if you want. You can play all those things. You also get a bag, which I'll show you that eventually because I got it on Sunday. And then you would get these ribbons. So I'm going to show you these ribbons. So one ribbon was given there. The other four were inside at different booths to check out, and they kept running out of these ribbons. So, right, I tried Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I got some on Friday. I got the rest on Saturday. But I'm going to show them all now. And then on Sunday, I got all the extras. But certain things. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I got ribbons, and I just got different groups of them, and eventually I was able to get 2 full sets. But they were sold out of them, most of them on Sunday. Oh, by the way, there's a giant Gundam, and a giant Wing Gundam, and a giant Epion Gundam, not figure, but just statues at the con, which I need to find those pictures, because those were pretty cool, too. Those were awesome. Those were cool there. So the ribbons. Let me get the ribbons. Yeah, a full set's in here for me, and then I got an extra set for my sister. Oh my dad, I don't know. Like they're both Dragon Ball fans, but I don't know who's a bigger Dragon Ball fan. I wasn't able to get 3 sets, unfortunately. But here we go. So here's the Goku ribbon, which you got at the outside. And then you would get the blue ribbon. This one sold out the fastest. Sold out, and they were just giving them out. This is Gamma 2 at the Tamashi booth. Then this one's at the Toei booth, Gamma 1. And then there were 2 other booths. I forget what they're called. Like the one where I got the Piccolo button was where I got this one. I forget what booth this was. Here's the Piccolo ribbon. And you would put these on your badge. I didn't do that because I didn't want to have them just tear off the badge or something like that. That would suck. And then there is the Gohan one. Gohan one, they were the... what's a word that's not racist? Gonna use anyway. They were the shystiest with these. Like, they were very much about, like, not giving these out that much for some weird reason. I guess to save to Sunday. Because blue was sold out by Sunday, so... While they had a bajillion orange. Like, because that's the free one, so they needed to have more of those. I don't know what's a better word than what I just said, by the way. Because I'm pretty sure it's a racial term. Maybe. I don't know. I know gypsy's a racial term. Not sure if I see it. So those are the ribbons. I have an extra set for my sister and my father, whichever one wants them. So you would get those and you would have them on your badge. And a bunch of people did that. But I was just worried about that getting in, because I had a staff badge anyway, so it'd be an easier way to take it away from me. So I was also paranoid about that. Because I've been robbed of my staff badge before. I got fired because of that. I got blacklisted from working because of that for a decade. What else do we got? Oh, right. We got another manga here, Kaiju. So interesting. Kaiju number 8. Got Pokemon manga. Oh, got a Shonen Jump thing. Shonen Jump did not really show up that much. Shonen Jump is? No, it's not. Got a Sonic, not manga, it's a comic. What? I didn't remember. I got a freaking Bloodshot in the comic? Vin Diesel's movie? Okay. Oh yeah, I got a free bag. What is this? Oh yeah. Free comic book day bag? Where did I get this? I do not remember. But I got it. Oh, I won it as a prize. Yeah, I won it as a prize. Oh yeah. Also got a lanyard. Dragon Ball lanyard. So that was cool. Okay, here we go. Another one of these. Get that. That's for my sister. So here's the other TN pin. I mean, keychain, and here's the picture I took. I was like, I got blasted. Right in the dick, or right near the dick. Man, so I went to Hot Topic. The Hot Topic gave me this pin. Took a picture with Totoro. Don't need to give Jinx that picture. I'm not going to dig around for every picture. So they had Hot Topic with like anime inspired. So Harajuku inspired, obviously. Studio Ghibli was there, and they sold the hell out, because no surprise, they sold the hell out. And then, okay, so the last thing to talk about for Friday. So Friday, Hall H, the last thing. And people weren't sure if I was going to be able to get in there, because I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to wait in line for this. I'm going to go do other stuff and then come in. Because I figure this. Dragon Ball Super is big, but every nerd is here. So not all of them are anime nerds. So there was space to go late, like to go just on time for Hall H to go see Dragon Ball Super superhero panel. And there, the producer was there. Toriyama was not able to come. But the voice of Piccolo was there, and the voice of Piccolo was there. Chris Sabat and, forgot his name for the Japanese side, were there. And they were doing a bunch of Q&A stuff. And the funniest flex was a couple things. One was, Chris Sabat was like, it's really interesting to have him here talking, and me trying my best not to repeat after him, but in English, which was funny. But the thing was, the voice of Piccolo comes in, does this speech about how great it was to be at Comic-Con and everything. And then they started asking me questions in English. He said, I don't speak English. I just memorized that speech, which was funny. That was funny. And we got to see the first 20 minutes of Dragon Ball Superhero, which was pretty cool. Got to see Pan fight Piccolo, which was cool. So little Pan, very cute. Got to see one of the major fights, and then a lot of background. It's an interesting thing. There's 2 ways to go about this thing when you're like the 20-second movie. Endgame, Infinity War and Endgame went, we're not going to give you any backstory. We're assuming you saw the movies. Here we go. That's what Endgame did. Infinity War and Endgame did. And critics were like, hated that. Critics hated it. They're like, I was lost. Then watch the other movies, because this was a series. Dragon Ball went the other way. Dragon Ball went, let's spend 10 minutes telling you about the Red Ribbon Army. And from past to now. And then let's get on with the movie. That's what they did with this movie. They're like, let's spend a while on Red Ribbon and setting up everything that Red Ribbon did throughout the entire series, and then go over what the Red Ribbon did to recover since then, and now here we are. That's what they did. It's also interesting having Red Ribbon's perspective on things and the world's perspective, because for them, they don't know what Goku did. That's the weirdest thing about Dragon Ball is it's all Mr. Satan. It's all Hercule. He's the one who did everything. It's really weird. And so you see that perspective of things. And then eventually some fights happen. They were fun to see. And their style is they're doing everything CG and then they draw over it. That's the style they're doing this time. And it's interesting. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it's interesting at least. So here I was Saturday. Every day I ate a big meal, took a picture of myself and what I was wearing, and I went to the con, did things. And every day I would go to the Dragon Ball area first. And Saturday, the line, because this was Saturday, everyone's off, the line was 200 people long. So I did not do Dragon Ball that day. At least not the outside stuff. I went inside and got the ribbons for Dragon Ball. And got things. So let's see what I got. Also, guess what? Did you know Tamagotchi never left, apparently? I said Tamagotchi's back on tour and like, it never left. I'm like, alright. Tamagotchi had a big booth there. They were selling things. They had just everything. So all the Pokemon, a bunch of Pokemon. They had Spy X Family coming soon. They had BTS coming soon. A lot of things coming soon. Star Wars, all these things. I still have the Rancor. I had the Rancor Tamagotchi, and I think I still have it somewhere. I'm like, alright, I'll buy one since I'm in line. I'm checking everything out. So I bought... By the way, if they had a certain other character, I would have bought them instead. Or also them. We'll get back to Tamagotchi in a minute. Instead, so this one, I did a picture again. I decided, okay, let's try to get Yamcha'd. That's what I tried to do. So I tried to do the Yamcha pose and everything. Not perfect, but it is what it is. And inside is a Vegeta one. I'll show you the Vegeta one. Oh, gaming-wise, there wasn't a lot. They had the Capcom collection, Sunbreak, and Street Fighter 6. And then like some indie stuff was there. You could play Sniper Elite 5 at Rebellion, which I found them on Sunday because they got moved. Very nice people. I forget where they're from. If I had any charisma, I probably would have hit on the lady that was with them. Not knowing if she was married, obviously. But very nice lady as well. Okay, let's see here. I got Jeets. Now, it's interesting to have these, because my understanding is none of those characters are going to be in this game. In the Breakers. In the Breakers, it's just going to be Bulma and freaking... I assume maybe... Bulma and not Puar. Oolong will be in it. Maybe Puar will be in it. Why wouldn't Yamcha be in it? Come on, he's not really that strong. Okay, there's those things. Oh yeah. So, every Comic-Con, behind the con... there's night fights. So everyone's dressed up in armor and they're fighting, doing 1v1, sometimes group fights. And it's just a Ren Fairy kind of thing. And they also do archery apparently. First Saturday of every month they do armor, and first Saturday every month they do archery, and then third Saturday is the night stuff and dual gathering. I'm like, archery might be fun to try. And then Crunchyroll booth gave me Aoashi, so it's a soccer game. Alright. So soccer, okay. And I got a sticker of Midoriya. Alright, so me and Jinx are a fan of Girl Genius. Their booth got moved. I took a bunch of pictures for Jinx so they could see the booth. And if you're a fan of Girl Genius, and if you're not a fan, check it out. It's very well done. Very, very good comic. It's like One Piece for not manga. And it's really good webcomic. Very good. Very funny. Good action. Interesting style of art. It's by a husband and wife duo, and they've done a lot of Magic the Gathering art as well, so you can check them out for that. And it's really good. They've been doing it forever. And he's like, 5 more years, it'll be done. I'm like, all right. One Piece will be done in 5 years too, maybe. We'll see. All right. Square Enix. Oh, they gave me this QR code thing for their mobile games. Square Enix is mostly just selling things, showing off their mobile games. That's all they were doing, really. Here she is. Nobara! I got her Tamagotchi. If they had Maki, I would have gotten Maki for sure. Because Maki's my favorite, but Nobara is cool too, from Jujutsu Kaisen. So, I won another Square Enix raffle. And I won 3 things with it. I won this phone case, apparently, which is from WOTV which is a tactics game I'm going to download, because now I know it has a story and it's finished. Then I got a pop socket thing from the same game. And... oh, it's called War of the Visions. And a notepad that looks like currency from that same game. So that's cool. So I got Octopath in that. So that's cool. And then... last thing... wait, are all the ribbons in here? Uh-oh. Oh, only 2 other... no, all the ribbons are in here. They're all together. Okay. And then last thing was... so Friday night... well, I didn't go to it, but there was a concert at the Ratty Shell. Didn't go to it. It's, Atarashi Gakko? No clue what that is. It's some girl band. Did not go. But on Saturday was Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z concert. So I got these wristbands there. And then they have like a thing with Hime-chan, with her doing a little thing like, hey, it's great how everyone loves anime and everything. And then she started talking Japanese. So this character in Hatsune Miku are so weird to me. Like, yeah, sure, there's virtual things. You got Cortana, you got all these game characters. You have AI, Siri, all that. Very interesting concept, but it's also just weird where it's just this fictional person, but at the same time, I love Kirby, a fictional creature and everything, so, I don't know. It's weird, but also not weird at the same time when you think about it. This is just a mascot. It's freaking Big Bird. It's Ronald McDonald. That's all it is, and they give it character. I don't know why it's weird to me, but it should not be, because it's been a thing forever. Mascots having character, being treated like a thing. But it was weird to me anyway. And then these were for going to the concert. So, Dragon Ball Z concert. I forget who was there. It was the San Diego Philharmonic doing all the music. So it was orchestral score of the entire Dragon Ball Z soundtrack. So that was cool. And they play the whole soundtrack, while at the same time they're showing all the major arcs. So they're showing Saiyan Saga. They're showing Cell Saga. It's Frieza Saga, Cell Saga, and of course the Buu Saga. That's what they show as the music's playing and everything. And they show fight scenes throughout the whole thing. They're trying to do like an abridged version of the story. But if you were new to it, you would not really understand. You really wouldn't, because it doesn't do a great job of it. It just still needs you to know prior stuff to understand what's going on. At the start, they did whatever the Dragon Ball song is from original Dragon Ball, and then Shala with a Japanese guy who I assume was famous, who was just singing this out. And that was very entertaining. Oh, the pre-show was an hour long. It was like, oh, I could have just came an hour later. But it was still cool to see this lady named Azuria Sky, who was pretty hot DJ. I'll be honest, she was pretty hot. That's why I care. I know I'm not a pure man. Her music was all right, not bad. DJs are interesting in that their laptop does all the work. Well, not they did all the work ahead of time. They just push the laptop play and then they dance around and try to be entertaining while it's going, which is an interesting concept. It's weird, but it's an interesting concept. And I guess it works because Stevie Aoki's huge. But it's just so weird. You just have to reward the great work they'd put in for it. It's just they have to put a performance for a thing that it's just weird not seeing anyone do an instrument of any kind. Like the instrument was worked on beforehand. And then they did Dragon Ball. And after they did the whole thing, obviously the hypest moments were Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like when the dude came out, you knew he was coming out to sing that song. And then of course Father Son Kamehameha was a big moment. And Spirit Bomb Frieza, everyone rose their hands, and Spirit Bomb Buu, everyone rose their hands. And then it was done. And then you thought it was finished. And then they came back out and did an encore. They did the first Dragon Ball song again. They did Tenkaichi from original Dragon Ball. I was hoping for Red Ribbon as well, but they didn't do Red Ribbon because that's actually a pretty good song. The Red Ribbon Army is a good song, but they just did Tenkaichi, and then for the final song was Chala as a sing-along, and then effing fireworks everywhere as it was going. It was like when you see like the Dragon Balls fly out in the opener, freaking fireworks were happening. So that was pretty cool. And that was very fun and very entertaining. And that was Saturday. And yeah, inside I went and did a Smash tournament, which took forever, and I got totally rolled. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play Kirby. Like, he's not my best character, but I'm representing, so I have to play Kirby. Got demolished as Kirby. Unfortunately, Kirby's not that strong in Ultimate, especially when we consider the later characters, freaking Sephiroth and Joker and all that. But it was fun playing. Just got trashed. At least I didn't get 3-stocked. At least that didn't happen. So now let's talk about Sunday, but the bulk of it was already said. But there's a couple more merch to show off. So here's the super bag. Got this on Sunday. So what's inside of it? Let's see, what did I get? Grab a bunch. Okay, so Dragon Ball stuff again. So you've seen all this already. Right, yeah, Sunday was light on things. Why was Sunday light? Because I was running around making sure I was able to do whatever I needed to do, which was buying things, which you'll see soon enough, and just running food. So my job was to run food. People need to eat food, I get them food. That was my job. And so that was a lot of running around. So that took up some time, which was fine because, well, it paid for me doing the con. So I got a Tamashi lanyard. Oh, and then, so I won this shirt from this company, Impact something. And they're telling me about this MMO they're making. I'm like, all right, this sounds interesting, but something sounds like, it sounds like something I think I know what it is. They're talking about how you make these avatars, and you will have these different pieces of clothing you can have, and everyone will have these different pieces of clothing, and you can sell it to each other and things like that. I'm like, okay, all right. Sounds like something. Then I eventually got them, it's an NFT MMO. I'm like, well, there goes all my interest. Won this shirt. It's a small, give it to a kid or a lady. Who knows? Anyone who can fit small, I'll give it to them someday. And there you go. And I'm like, oh, this might be interesting. Like, it sounds like a social MMO. I was like, yeah, it's a social NFT MMO. So, And then again, I won from Square. I won Shinra tape. So, for FF7 keep out tape from Shinra. So, no one knew what it is, but I won this. We keep winning. All right. Oh, I forgot to show this. So Marvel was there. This is the hat you got for going to Hall H. This is the hat you got. Phase 4, 5, 6. That's the hat you got for it. Multiverse Saga. Not the best hat. But you know what? It's cool to have a hat. Cool to have a hat. So what they did was, it was the tickets thing, like with Dragon Ball. If you just found random tickets on the ground, may as well go see if they lead to something. That's what you can do. Because they had like Keanu Reeves stuff. There's a bunch of different things going on. And so you find tickets. It leads to things. It leads to getting a bunch of Dragon Ball pins. It leads to getting a Marvel hat. It also leads to Stranger Things. I'll tell you in a minute. At the end was Funko Pop. And I'll show you that last. But before that, I gotta show you these shirts I bought for me and my sister. You ever heard of T-Turtle? T-Turtle has way too many shirts, oh my god. And they're cute, and they sell them. And I'm gonna show you the shirts that I don't have on me, because my sister has them, or they're being shipped to me, because they didn't have my size. So just monitor capture. Here we go. Porgs. So I had my sister get me this shirt. I like it. And then here's a shirt I got. That looks pretty freaking cool. Here's another shirt I got. It's a different design, though. Like, this is the regular design. There's a convention design that looks cooler. But Hibbity Hobbity, your souls are property, sound pretty cool. Then Griffith, I'm harmless, I swear. It glows in the dark. And the glow in the dark version is, like, more like that. So that's pretty cool. So here's the shirts I do have. Wrestling bag. So I got this one for myself. Gamer Ninetales Fox. So, pew, 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 pew. Show more. Show more. Wrong side. Wrong side. So there you go. Pew, 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 pew. Like, okay, Gamer Ninetales. Okay, that's funny. What's it? Oh, is it my sister's? It was my sister's. Sister's shirt. I don't give a fox. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Also my sister's shirt. I understand this one. Like, you'll understand this one if you understand it. It's such a silly thing. I need more yarn. I have so much yarn. My sister does too. Oh, this is my last shirt from my sister. Sorry if I'm late. I don't want to be here. Yeah, get it. That makes sense. And the other one, the last one I have, and the rest are getting shipped, as I showed you. So the reason why you get these at the cons is because they give them better designs than they do online for some of these shirts. I'm not procrastinating. I'm doing side quests. There was one more I wanted, but like I've already spent $200 on these shirts. I can't buy any more shirts. There's one more, and it was a dragon being the DM of a D&D game. Looked pretty cool, but like I can't spend any more money. I can't. Another cool one was a bear with a bunch of items that said, she's like, I might need this for a quest someday or something like that, which is pretty funny. So there's only one thing left to talk about, and that was the last show of Hall H. I think it's worth going there because then they do like, hey, last hurrah kind of thing. Whatever it is, it's a thing worth checking out. The last thing was Funko Pop. Funko Pop Live. All the crap I'm talking about Funko Pop, but it was the last one. Like, all right, let's check this out. Because I heard rumors they're going to give stuff away. I'm like, you know what, fine. Yeah, let's get whatever it is, rest my dogs a little bit, see what it is. And it was fun doing this, because Funko Pop, because it licenses everything, is able to also interview everyone. So they had Gabriel Iglesias was there, and he was very funny. He's a very, very funny Mexican comedian. Very enjoyable. Then they had Jonathan Lawrence from Cobra Kai. And he had some good jokes. They're like, so they ask everyone, what do you collect? And he says, I collect second place trophies, which was a pretty good joke. And a lot of his jokes were just self-deprecating about himself, but also learning that he comes from a family of directors and producers and things like that. And so he just fell into acting kind of thing, but he was also passionate about it. And then it was followed by, also they showed off his new Funko Pop. By the way, they told us at the start, we're going to give away these Funko Pops. So they were going to give away Freddy, who's the mascot of Funko, Stranger Things Demogorgons, and they were going to give away those things. So they're going to give away Funko of Lawrence and the next two characters. And they were Rosario Dawson for Ahsoka, and she was very funny, very charming, very enjoyable. Her answers were great to some of these questions. And she was talking about how when she was growing up, because like her mom had her at 16, which is interesting, and her dad adopted her at like 21. Like this other guy stepped up to be her father when her biological father left. And actually, I think when she was either 2 or when she was 5, I forget now. But he stepped up to be her father, and then I think she learned at 5 she was adopted. So she learned early she was adopted, and because of that, she adopted a daughter herself. She adopted an 11-year-old. She's like, I was officially adopted at 5. I want to adopt late kids, so she adopted an 11-year-old who's now 19. So that's sweet of her with that. And she just talked about all these different things and how her family had a van, which they had to use like a belt to keep it closed because it was an old van. And they named it after a squirrel that got run over on the road. So they just called it, she said she called the van like the squirrel with its eyes popped out or something like that. I'm like, oh my God. And they asked, what's your favorite cereal? She said, Captain Crunch, because you go hard when you go Captain Crunch. You know it's going to tear up your mouth, but you know it's worth it. Which was so funny. So following her was Shang-Chi Simu Liu. And he's like, I don't know how I'm going to follow Rosario Dawson because that was ridiculous. And she was very fun to watch. So he does a flip on stage. So at least that helped him out. And he's just talking about representation, being Asian. He's like, yeah, the only people we saw that was himself were like extras and things like that. And then like Jackie Chan comes out and things like Jackie Chan Jet Li movies come out so he actually sees himself. Talking about how important it is to see yourself in film. Because he's like, look, I can get along with like these other races being on TV, like those stories transcend race, but it just feels a bit different and special when you can actually see yourself in it too, when you see someone who represents your race. And So you going back both sides, and then like, yeah, it's true. Like I can enjoy these stories. I don't have to be a blonde whatever dude to enjoy Cloud's story. I don't need to be whatever to enjoy all these different stories. But it helps when they are your race, and I'm just saying games, but like in TV shows, like everyone's a white person in a lot of shows, and sometimes like a token comedy Asian character. But when you have just regular, just Asian people in it, and they're just regular characters, it does something for you. And it does something for, like, I saw this a lot with, going on tangent really quick, in Kanto, where the main character was a girl with glasses, so this was something for like Mexican girls with glasses, where like, hey, I see myself in this, or just other Mexican characters, they could see themselves in it. Same thing with like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales. Like black kids were able to see themselves as Spider-Man, uh, as a Spider-Man with that. Although Spider-Man's been a big figure in a lot of minority groups because anyone can be behind the mask, which is a message of Into the Spider-Verse also, where anyone can be behind the mask. And so, yeah, representation is important. So we was talking about that, and then it was over. Addendum for Saturday. I forgot to show these. Obviously, more Kirby. All right, so let me show you the book. Kirby book. So, Nanoblock is like Legos, but not Legos. That's the best way to put it. They're just smaller Legos. So, they have these, which they weren't selling there, unfortunately. I thought they were. I had the first set on the Kirby set 1, but I don't have Kirby set 2, so I gotta go buy that at some point. And then they have these other things. So they have like everything. It's another thing with a bunch of licensing. They got Pokemon, My Hero Academia, things like that. But I bought this. So it is a set. So it's the Wispy set, and then or Dreamland set. Then I bought the 30th anniversary Kirby as well. There you go. I accidentally banged the mic. And yeah, so that's everything. That's everything. Because I just finished the video and I realized, oh crap, I forgot to show these. So I've shown everything. And so that is everything. That's the whole thing. This is a very long vlog, so obviously don't expect another vlog for a little bit. But it was fun. It was definitely fun. So, it was a very strong comeback for San Diego Comic-Con. Very strong comeback for them. Really happy with them for that. So, yeah, that's it. I had fun. Hope you've been watching. That's what's all about it. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.